Welcome back. You're with us on Closing Bell. Extremely flat as things turned out on the Nifty and on the Sensex. Banks still doing a little okay. Kunj Bansal of the Saarthi Group is also joining us today in the conversation. By the way, one sector that's been sort of the newsmaker of the day has been real estate. Thanks to the cut in stamp duty in Maharashtra, most of the stocks are running, including the non-Maharashtra ones like DLF. So Kunj, good afternoon. Let me start with this. Any interest in realty stocks?
So no particular interest at my end or at our end, but that doesn't make them completely no. I think one, of course, for the market traders, they continue to offer good opportunity to trade in and trade out, get in and get out. Of course, this today's news has been taken quite positively by the market, though it may not be as positive. So ultimately, if we look at it, it's hardly a difference of 3% now. 3%. One way to look at it is probably a good difference to make to someone who is not having as much budget. At the same time, if somebody is looking at buying a property, for him 3% won't make a difference. So that's where market has taken positively, actually, as we have been seeing, and this applies to all the other sectors and stocks also. Market has been looking for the reasons to probably remain positive, and it's the sector rotation which keeps happening over the days and which has been kind of supporting the market. So realty as a sector was remaining a non-participant till now. This
Okay.
development, this announcement, as I said, in my view, marginally positive. Of course, one can look at it as a big positive also, but has resulted in support in the market. And as I said, continue to offer good trading opportunity to market participants.
Okay, Kunj, stay on. We have more questions for you. Time now for our brand new segment, D Street Chatter, where Nimesh will get us an insight into dealing room chatter and as well as few tidbit about some interesting stocks. Nimesh, good afternoon. A bit pressed for time, so if you could give us both the information on the market and stocks.
Thanks, Anuj. So from a markets point of view, been quite choppy ahead of the expiry today. But I guess even the global cues are quite soft. So watch out for the global cues is what I'm told. For the next few days, it can be a bit choppy and soft, and there could be a bit of risk off as well. So that can actually set the tone for the next series, at least in the first half of the next series. So watch out for that. Even from a domestic point of view, the quality of mid cap and small caps, which are now rallying, is under question mark, and that's probably giving a sign of a bit caution as well in the mid cap and small cap. In terms of flows, of course, because of expiry, you can't time it, but there will be FTSE Rebel flows, in today's last half an hour of trade, especially in three stocks, which is Bharti Airtel, Kotak Bank, and HDFC Bank. So that will have a bit of a tilt in the net inflows as well in today's trading session. So that's the overall mood in summary from a markets point of view. If you look at individual stocks, Anuj, the first stock to watch is Hindustan Aeronautics. It's down 14% today on the back of OFS. But what I do understand is that some large HNI investors are quite kicked about and interested in putting money in this OFS. So watch out for the subscription numbers of HL OFS. The second is ICICI Securities. There's going to be a block in ICICI Securities tomorrow where ICICI Bank is going to sell 2% stake. I do understand that there is a very strong demand for this particular block, given that there is so much of volume which is there from the retail investors in the last few months. So the Q2 numbers are going to be quite strong. Third stock is Deepak Fertilizers. It's been buzzing off late with the entire fertilizer space, but I do understand that the rights issue announcement is quite round the corner, so watch out for that. Z is the fourth stock to watch out. It's down today largely on back of F&O pressures, but I do understand that there is good amount of accumulation from funds. And do remember, most of the brokerages are upbeat now in Z and have upgraded the EPS and target prices post the Q1 numbers. So that's the fourth stock. And the NBFCs which have got exposed to the Mumbai real estate market, the likes of Piramal Enterprises, Indiabulls Housing, those are buzzing in trade and kind of a proxy play to the real estate. So that's where some bit of action is. So these are the 5 stocks which have come into my radar.
Okay, Nimesh, thanks a lot. Yes, a lot of these stocks are buzzing today. Kunj Bansal is still with us. Kunj, I wanted your thoughts on Z. It's a stock which, of course, has destroyed a lot of wealth, but there are people who are now willing to put some money back on the stock. Would you be willing to do that as well?
So for a relatively high risk, high return category, it still looks like a good stock. It may not necessarily be a stock of the preference for the investors who want more of a peaceful and a patient portfolio, who want a portfolio of stocks with not much of a news flow. Let's keep in mind that the last 2 quarter numbers that the company has declared, there were some concerns in the minds of investors about the write-offs in provisions and the inventory. So that is something that continues the positive. As we all know, over the last few months that has been happening is the promoter pledge going away, the current promoters holding going away. A company, of course, has always been a very good interest when it comes to its business, and its recent forays in over the last 1 year into OTT and all other new generation communication ways, of course, makes it a very good position to hold in. So as I said, yes, in terms of high risk, high return category, it's a good stock.
Okay, all right. Thanks of that, Kunj. We do need to take another very quick break down to the last 7 or 8 minutes of trade. We'll be back with the close in just a bit.